Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna. I'm your manifestation coach. I coach in emails and audios, just like this one, except it's specifically tailored to your specific manifestational goals. When you book with me, it's either for 2 weeks or a month at a time, and it's unlimited audios and emails. You get to interact with me every single day. Another form of coaching I offer is by phone, a phone session, an hour at a time, or a Zoom meeting 1 hour at a time. All the information is below, and please let me know if you have any technical questions. My email is below, and so please use that. When booking, please use Cash App if you can. That really helps me out. Also, on Friday, you get to ask me questions live. I go live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do not answer any coaching questions in the comments, but you can ask me questions on Friday. Okay, so you get to have a taste what my coaching is like, and if you decide to hire me as your coach, even better. So we're going to discuss something that when I started my spiritual journey, if you want to call it that, I completely did not buy into this in the beginning. And it wasn't until a few years into it that I finally realized how important this really is. And this can really, really, really revolutionize your entire life if done correctly and if scripted correctly. And I'm talking about affirmations, okay? Whether it's your specific person or your money situation or your job situation or your home situation, it really doesn't matter. Affirmations are like mini magic spells. It's actually a short form of scripting, but it's a short sentence that you repeat to yourself throughout the day. You can have a number of affirmations, but if you're manifesting something specific at the moment and you're really, really focused on that, you can have a couple, 2 or 3 affirmations about this subject, and you repeat to yourself those affirmations day in and day out. And what that really does to you is that it reprograms your subconscious mind. That is very powerful to do because chances are, if you find yourself in a situation where this particular area of your life is not what you want it to be, is because up until now, you've created something diametrically opposed, even with your thoughts that are affirmations. So, your new affirmations about this particular area of your life will completely eradicate the old beliefs by starting on the trend of thinking in a different way. And that starts by a statement of some kind that you tailor to your specific belief system, to your preference, the way that it sounds. It has to really resonate with you, and it has to really make you feel like it's true. It has to make you feel like it's possible, even though you may not believe it at 100% at that moment in time. It has to make you feel a certain way. Affirmations are ridiculously powerful. Okay, I've tested this in my personal life a million times over. And it's a little bit scary how it works, because there have been times when I would start off my day with an affirmation, like a new affirmation, let's say. And I do scripting my own way. I have my main script, and then I have a mini script on the card. And then out of that card, I have my own, like an affirmation for the day. Let me tell you something. Universe is extraordinarily at your command. It's your slave. Universe is your slave. When I've written every day almost, when I write an affirmations, when I'm scripting something, when I'm writing anything, the universe finds its way to show it to me. In one capacity or another, it's presented to me in those precise words. Okay, so when you are manifesting your SP or manifesting, excuse me, your sum of money or your job or your home or whatever, please know that whatever you affirm to yourself every single day, whatever thoughts you entertain, because basically affirmations are the new thoughts that you're planting in your subconscious mind. I mean, it should be so implanted into your mind that if I woke you up from sleep and I asked you, what do you think about money? You will be able to recite to me that affirmation, okay? Like sometimes I dream about my affirmations. I'm affirming affirmations in my dreams, okay? That's how engraved it has to be within you, so that it can start creating a brand new reality for you. So when you start this process, realize that it's extremely powerful. Let's say you're a SP right now that you're manifesting. You're in separation, you're no contact, blah, 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 blah. Do you know how many examples I've had in personal coaching and of my own, in my own specific person relations, where this person literally showed up and told me back everything I've written, like verbatim, like literally parroted back to me what I wrote. In my coaching, I find the same to be true. So your affirmations are basically thoughts that you're implanting into your subconscious mind, but not only into your mind, but into the universal mind, the quantum field, as it were. And so whatever you're affirming day in and day out, whether that's an affirmation that you purposely scripted or just thoughts that you randomly think every single day, a persistent thought. Okay, I mean, we think 63,000 or something like that thoughts a day, so it's impossible to track all of them. But if it's a persistent thought about something, be very careful. Turn it around if you don't want to make it real. Okay. These thoughts, these affirmations, they go out into the universe and find that person to whom it is addressed to. I already discussed this in my channel, but I'm revisiting this to be more poignant about how important affirmations really are. And so whatever it is you are choosing to think or affirm about this person or about the situation or about money or about this, that, and the other, creates itself in your world. And so if you've manifested a not so good version in the beginning of your SP, relax. Maybe this is how it was supposed to be. And now you're in a separation so that you can create a better version, right? So things don't happen by accident. You should really be grateful that things are the way that they are, because the initial version that you may have manifested may not have been all that great for you to stay around. Okay, so this is why you use affirmations to condition your mind, first of all, to make yourself believe what it is that you want to believe. Okay, and then the rest of the world will follow, your SP included. It all starts with you. Once you reach that point of, it's no longer an affirmation, it's an assumption. Okay, oh, forget it. It's game over. Once you are assuming that what you are repeating is true, because it grows on you so much that, I mean, it's kind of like indistinguishable from you. It's becoming part of your identity. It's becoming part of your thinking, the way you act now, the way you make plans, everything. It becomes an assumption. And as Neville says, assumptions harden into facts. So it didn't really matter like what kind of version you manifested of your SP before. Was he a jerk? Was he a liar? Was he this, that, any other? Doesn't matter. You throw that creation in the garbage and you start affirming something completely brand new. And when you arrive at your assumption, you literally transferred yourself into the parallel reality in which your assumptions and your affirmations, most importantly, are 100% true. That's it. But the way to take yourself there is repetition, obviously. You cannot, this is not going to like do itself, you know what I mean? The work isn't going to do itself. You need to, just as diligently as you invested your time and effort into affirming to yourself that this person left you, that this person abandoned you, that this person is a jerk, and on and on and on, that this was a drama, and blah, 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 blah. Equally or even more, you need to invest the same amount of effort turning the situation around, right? So you need to completely reverse the situation with your affirmations, with the brand new way of thinking. Because the brand new way of thinking can be just as valid as the shitty story you told before. And remember, I really wanted to include this, and I really hope that it was not going to make it too long. When you manifested your first version of your SP, okay, that was a reflection of your state of being. Of your state of being. For whatever reason, whatever you had going on, maybe you were going through something, maybe you didn't forgive somebody, maybe it was a residue of resentment towards someone else or an ex or whomever. You created that version exactly the way that they were. Okay, so automatically that should release some charge behind the this obsessive desire to repeat the old story, because the old story, you're the one who wrote it. Okay, you're the one who wrote it, because the kind of version that you manifested of this guy or this girl made it impossible to tell another story. Okay, this person is just a vessel. They are an idea of a person. You can put on them whatever you wish. I want to quickly also mention this lecture by Neville Goddard, Believe. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but on YouTube, Our Real Belief, excuse me. And in this lecture, Neville talks about this writer who would write for TV and wanted to experiment on his boss, and his boss being very kind of like reserved and a man of few words, didn't really talk much, didn't give much praise. And so this writer experimented on his boss and told him exactly what to say in his mind with his imagination. And he succeeded over and over again, to the point where he was traumatized by his, success. And, eventually he stopped because it was a little bit too overwhelming. And so, is it really overwhelming to get the results that you really want? No, it shouldn't be. You have the power to do it. You're so powerful, you created the mess that you did. It's much more exhilarating to create a magnificent result and not be overwhelmed by it, but know that, that's actually what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to create your reality on purpose, and the whole world is just following you. It's not happening to you, it's happening through you, through your imagination and through your commands, through your affirmations. So start right now. What do you want to affirm about your SP? Just all of a sudden, you don't need anybody's permission, you don't need to check in with anybody. You get to put on them anything you want. You get to make them say whatever you want. You get to make them feel whatever you want. You get to make them think whatever you want, okay? Because this is your reality and this is your specific person, okay? This is how it works. This is the construct of reality. If you did it so, sloppily in the beginning, and I'm just assuming that's your situation could be different, But most of the time, people create some drama because they projected their thoughts onto this person, their insecurities and their poor expectations, and whatever you expect, you get. So if you could do such a sloppy job in the beginning, you could do a marvelous job too. You just need to turn it around and start affirming something magnificent instead of affirming what you don't want, what you're afraid of, what you're insecure about, and all this other stupid stuff. And that's the version that will show up for you. Because you don't want the old version, do you? It didn't work the first time. What makes you think it's going to work again? You need a new version. So start affirming new things about your SP, new things about your job, new things about your finances, new things about whatever. And that's the version that will show up, I mean, in 3 days maximum. You will see signs of this reality budding, and all of a sudden, you are going to be blown away how easy it really was. Because you invested time, you invested belief, you were committed, and you knew it was going to work. Okay, you really need to believe that this is going to work and that you're doing it on purpose. Thank you so much for listening. All the information again is below. Until next time, ciao, ciao.